Well, what a terrible hostess I was. I was 17, left school. Mum and Dad thought I was going to university. Oh no, thought I'm going to do something much more exciting. I'm going to travel the world and go to America and do all this amazing stuff. But first I need to raise the ticket money, so I became a hostess for Hoverspeed in Dover in England. The famous place where you see the white cliffs of Dover and you hop on a hovercraft over to Calais in France and have a jolly good old time and get there in 30 minutes. Well, it was quite an exhausting ordeal, actually, interviewing to go on Hoverspeed. But I made it, and I got on board, and I had my very ill-fitting uniform given to me. I mean, I don't know, I looked a complete mess. I looked like a bag of poo tied up with string when everyone else looked very, very glamorous indeed. Don't know what happened to me. And the hat was too big, the jacket was too big, the cravat was too long, the gloves were hanging off me. Absolutely ridiculous. It was only a little thing, but I actually looked a complete mess. But anyway, I digress, because actually I was probably the worst hostess on Hoverspeed. I was terrible. I threw up every day. The passengers looked after me. I dreaded serving alcohol, so I closed the bar whenever I possibly could. My pidgin French just got me through the announcements that we had to make, and I still remember "Récupérez vos bagages sur le tapis roulant" to this day. Collect your baggage from the Carousel C. And I had much more better pronunciation then, but it's been a while, you can imagine. So how have I become an expert, as they say, in hospitality? I guess it's because I learnt very quickly and very young what not to do, and I perfected it too. But my wise old sage, the CEO of Hoverspeed, caught me, and I was sent to him every time I made a misdemeanour, if I'm honest. Until in the end, he told me to bugger off, get some worldwide experience, and come back and tell him what I'd like to do with my life. He actually thought I would be very good in the hospitality industry, but couldn't figure out just what just yet. So off I went to get some experience and some travelling done. And I did, and I went to America on Pan Am, where I fell asleep against this chap called Cyrus Totten, and he wanted me to marry his son. Well, I hadn't even landed in the country yet, and getting married was the last thing I wanted to do. But anywho, I had an amazing time in America, learned the very true meaning of hospitality, and it kind of burnt into my soul from that moment. And when I come back, I made a pitch to my old CEO who had me back, and off I went into the hospitality world and thankfully made a difference there, and then into the ferries and travel industry and retail and hotel and so on. And multifamily now, and banks, and mixed-use schemes, and media, and resorts, you name it. Because when you have hospitality burned in your soul, you can't help but share it. And now I like to share all the good things, all the great traits, all the things you should be doing in hospitality. And I think I'd make a rather super-duper stewardess if I was to do it now. But we'll never find out because I'm too old.